Hello. Today I'm just talking about Blogger and how you can use Blogger to be your website's content management system, just like any other content management system such as WordPress, Drupal, Joomla, Sitefinity, or who knows what else you've actually seen out there. So we get asked this question all the time. Why do you use Blogger instead of WordPress? To be honest, my company can use any content management system for any project. We've used numbers of them. We've custom created content management systems. We've done content management systems that would just blow your minds. But to be honest, for a lot of our websites that we do for clients, they're simply unnecessary. Sure, you have this unlimited freedom. You have the unlimited potential to self-host a website. You have server-side code that you can customize. You have a database. The sky's the limit for what you're able to accomplish with a content management system such as WordPress or even a custom one. But we see that as actually the problem for a lot of our clients. Unlimited potential often means unlimited potential to get lost, screw something up, or fail to secure something. And to be honest, the vast majority of WordPress sites don't need to be done in WordPress, just like they don't need to be done in Drupal. But they're paying for hosting, hopefully spending time with security patches, and worried about their site's uptime because they believe it's necessary. We've found Blogger to be a great content management system for a lot of our clients that don't have those needs. And this is what I'm here to talk about today. Reason one for why we recommend Blogger is actually it's able to fulfill the majority of needs. You can make a list of all the things that the majority of websites around and blogs around the internet need, and almost all of them, maybe 90% of those things can be done and have been done in Blogger and can be done very well. A simple Google search will simply find you a tutorial on how to do just about anything. Most websites need a homepage, a contact form, maybe a slideshow, 5 to 15 pages worth of text with images in there, a blog functionality, social sharing buttons, and then a bunch of other things such as publisher and authorship. These are all things you can do with Blogger. You don't need a custom site or custom CMS to do all these things, let alone WordPress to do these things. Second thing, Blogger is free. There's no cost. There's no cost for hosting either. That's the beauty of it. You can put it up there and it's free. So we can make a site and we can put up for a client and we can basically walk away from it. Not that we do, we love our clients, but we can leave it up there and feel secure that their site's secure and that it's actually really hard for them to mess up. And they don't have to worry about patches and things like that. We have to check in with them often. It simply is up there and it works. As long as you're not a spammer and as long as you're not posting prohibited content, it's free. There's no cost to you. Reason number 3, high level of customization. If I showed you some of the websites that we've done on Blogger, and I will, you'll be amazed that they're actually done on Blogger. The main reason that most people think that Blogger websites are ugly or basic is because most Blogger sites use generic templates. That's not all that you're limited to. You actually have full access to the HTML and template code in Blogger, and there's a lot of customization you can do, and I'll show you examples at the end of this. You can put in as much jQuery as you want, as much JavaScript as you want, as much CSS as you want, as much HTML as you want, and you can customize and you can create all kinds of rules for how it shows, and it's still free. There's still no cost to it. Reason number 4, getting back to it, it's free hosting from Google. Let's let that sink in. It's free hosting from Google. They have 99.999% uptime. Think about that also. I'm guaranteeing that your hosting provider does not provide you with 99.999% uptime guarantees. Not only that, but if they do, you're probably paying out the nose for it. Kind of a nice benefit for free. Reason number 5, integration with Google product suites. So if you're a Google Plus person or you're using YouTube, like you're watching this video, or any other Google product, there are a lot of extra hooks that are built into Google products to work with other Google products. It's kind of a nice thing, and it kind of makes this whole realm of product suites available to you, and highly recommend it. So if you're worried about integrating your Google Plus page, there's extra benefits to having Blogger site with Google Plus and having them integrate, because you can do automatic posting, authorship and publishership is already automatically set up, integrated Google Plus comments. There's all these other benefits that come with having a Google product with another Google product. In addition to that, you can use Google Drive to host files, but also to act as spreadsheets that you can access. You can do contact forms, which I talked about in the beginning, to integrate between the two. You can use image hosting using Picasa or Google Plus Photos for free image hosting. A lot of these benefits come with it, plus you also have the added benefits of Google Apps for Business. Reason number 6, manage security. I can't tell you how many times I've had people come up to me needing a new website because their old website on WordPress got hacked. Why? Because they didn't know they need to do security patches or security updates, and because no one else was doing them for them. There's nothing like that with Blogger. It's all managed security, all of it. There's no way. If you are securing your Google account using two-step authentication and other security measures, there's no way that you're going to get hacked. Just not going to happen. Number 7, custom domain pointing. So if you want to have mydomain.com or whatever domain you own, the only cost it has to you is to buy your domain. So you could go to GoDaddy or Namecheap, buy your domain for $10, and then point it to your Blogger site for free. No extra costs. You just point it there for free. And then you have a custom-looking site that is running on Blogger. Number 8, show up faster in search results. Blogger sites are indexed much, much more frequently and faster than any other sites. So if you create a new site on Blogger and make your first post, chances are you will be indexed within an hour, and you'll start showing up in search results probably within 24 hours. And that doesn't happen for anything else, as far as I can tell. It happens for Blogger sites. So you get faster indexing by simply being on Blogger. In addition to that, when you create an account in Blogger, you're automatically set up with Google Webmaster Tools. So it automatically creates an account for you in Webmaster Tools, and you can already start managing it there. Search engine benefits. So, people like to talk about WordPress as having all these other search engine optimization benefits. Well, all of those advantages have actually been added into Blogger as well. So you can do meta tags and meta descriptions for each one of your blog posts, as well as a site-wide meta description. It already has schema already built into it, so you're already doing micro-formatting. And there's other advantages that have been rolled into Blogger as well, making it completely level playing in terms of search engine optimization, but also in terms of if you have a Google Plus profile, it will do the authorship and publishership setup, all those other things. So it has great search engine benefits. It's on par with WordPress. There's no reason why to go that direction. It's a good option. Reason number 10, Blogger was meant to be a blogging platform for people who are not necessarily the most computer savvy. It was meant to be an introductory way to get in there and get blogging. As such, the interface for publishing new content and writing new content and all those other things that goes with blogging is already built in. So you have actually one of the easiest interfaces created for blogging, accessible to you for managing your own website. So now that we've all said that, I'd like to show you some examples of work that we've done on Blogger, just to show you of what can be accomplished in Blogger. So this site is a site we did for a restaurant called Juniper and Ivy, which is owned by Chef Richard Blaze, owned and operated by Chef Richard Blaze from Top Chef All Stars. It is an interactive website. It's all custom coded. As you can see, it does not look like a Blogger blog. It is also responsive, so it changes based on your dimensions of your browser. And what we're doing is we've actually created these as static pages. And then within here, we've created the blog posts are the happenings and press section of the site. So you'll see these are actually blog posts that have been relegated to specific parts of the website based on the labels that we have. So in this way, you can actually hide the blogging functionality of Blogger into specific sections within your website and have them only showing on those sections, and the rest looks like a normal website. So think about it. You don't actually necessarily need to have a blog per se, but it could be your press section for your company's website, and that would be in here. Another website is a website we did for Concentrix restaurants. This also is all in Blogger. You can create interactive features such as this one where we made it so that their restaurants is sortable, a sortable gallery. Again, their press section, their happening section. These are all blog posts again. It's still loading. So you can see this is how their blog formats, more like a Pinterest style. This is called, oh, I can't think of the name right now. Their portfolio section, again, like that first part, a sortable list of the different restaurants we have available. And then you can click in here, and you can see a portfolio section that's actually also a blog post, and this is actually integrated with a Google Drive spreadsheet to pull the list of restaurants as well as the list of restaurants in their portfolio. And then some little extra functionality to embed a slideshow, a custom slideshow, into these specific blog posts. Another one we've done is one for a company called Artcraft Taxidermy. It is a taxidermy rental place out in Hollywood, California. Again, I doubt you'd think that this looks like a blog on Blogger, but it is. Static pages again, and then we have these collections. And these collections are actually pulling from galleries that are image galleries hosted in Google Plus Photos or Picasa. Same thing. And you'll see it pulls up all the thumbnails from all the pictures in that album and then displays the larger one as it flips through over here on the left-hand side. Next one we have is one for a company called Rebecca Brooks, a jewelry company local to me in Northampton, Massachusetts. This header image is also pulling from Google Plus Photos, and you can get kind of, you can tell, creative with how it's being used. It's also displaying the captions from those images over here on the left-hand side. And then we've actually integrated it with a store in Big Cartel. So we're using this as kind of the entryway into their Big Cartel store. So you can click on any one of these, and it takes you into their store where you can start buying things. But again, this is all in Blogger, and they actually are using more of a traditional blog. But you'll see that it's relegated to the blog section, and that this right-hand navigation for the blog only comes up when you're in the blog. So it's a little piece of functionality that we've created in there to make it less like a blog unless you're in the blog. And this is one we've done and just recently launched called The Painted Pin. It's a restaurant down in Atlanta. And again, this is completely responsive. We've done a lot of fun things like making the navigation stay up there. When you mouse over these images, there's a little a zoom effect going on, a little nice little touch down there. You can use Parallax, which is a jQuery library to do fun type image displays like this one. These are all interior images from the bowling alley and restaurant. Just a different way of showcasing an image gallery. Definitely does get you hungry and thirsty. You also have pages where you can embed Google Maps, such as the Google Map is embedded into there. And a little further down, we're actually embedding a Google Doc form where I can start putting in information with a CAPTCHA and submit it. So these are all things that are possible with a site on Blogger. And you would probably never guess that they're on Blogger, but they are. And that's why I keep on telling people, if you think about your requirements for your project, chances are you don't need something as big as you think you do. But people often get confused and encouraged to take on a content management system much beyond the requirements of their project. And in doing so, they're just giving themselves more of a headache down the road. So oftentimes just make a list of the requirements for your project and actually go about and ask someone who's not committed to just one CMS, well, what's the right CMS for my project? What actually makes the most sense for my needs? And what will not bog me down with this extraneous stuff that I don't need? People like to make it less about the right decision and more about their calling, that, oh, I am a firm believer that this is always the right option for every project. And that's not always the case. Stick to trying to find the right one for your project. And like I said, Blogger can be a good option. Thanks for joining me, and hope you have a great day. Thanks.